Hello students, Wendy Ansley here, kinesiology professor at College of the Desert. I look forward to sharing with you a well-rounded sequence that's going to dive into twists and make us feel really great. And so this is a beautiful opportunity, right? To come together and have a sequence that's going to make us feel good. Let's go ahead and cross the right leg over the left leg, and let's do 2 cleansing breaths together. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And taking our hands just lightly on the knees, let's start off with a few dynamic circles. So we're going to circle as back and forth here. Beautiful little dynamic circles. I love it. Awesome. And let's go the other direction here. Beautiful little circles. Just a little dynamic movement coming together. Beautiful. Sitting nice and tall, rooting through the sitting bones. Let's take the left arm and draw it up and over. A little lateral rotation here. Feel the bottom ribs come forward. And just kind of open the chest. Open the heart. Inhale and rise. And let's draw that right arm up and over. And draw kind of the bottom ribs forward. Open that side body. Inhale and rise. And let's switch the crossing of the legs. So let's draw the left leg over the right here. Beautiful. Come into a little lateral twist. Let's take the left hand outside the right knee. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over the back shoulder. 2 more breaths. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over. Beautiful. Face forward. Take the right hand outside the left knee, fingertips behind you with the left hand. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over the back shoulder. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, release the upper and middle back. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over. Gently face forward. Beautiful. Coming onto the hands and knees in tabletop. Hands, shoulders over the hands, hips over the knees, and let's tuck those toes. Let's do a little dynamic breath here. So we're going to inhale, draw the chest forward, belly button to the ground. Exhale, push into the ground, belly button towards the spine. Continue. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round the upper back. Push in the ground. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round the upper back, belly button to the spine. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round the upper back, push into the ground. Inhale, just kind of a neutral tabletop here. Beautiful. Let's walk those palms forward a few inches. Lead with those hips. Come into a dynamic down dog. Heel and toe. Heel and toe. Beautiful. Come into a static hold. Let's press through those palms. Root and spread those fingers, especially the second and the third finger. Let's draw the tailbone back and down. Let's try to firm those thighs here. And try to, as you press through those palms, draw length in the spine. Tailbone back and down. Let's stay here several breaths. Breathe into any stiffness. Walk the hands and the feet towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift. Either hands to the shins, the thighs, or the ground. Exhale, come into forward fold. Come more to that midfoot. Feel the stretch of those hamstrings. Gently bend the knees. Open the chest. Open the heart. Exhale, heart-centered. Let's take a moment to set our intention for our practice. And really, my goal for us is just to kind of let it flow, let it go. Let it go. Let the stress relief as we come into these little spinal twists and these movements that really make us feel good. This is your time. So as we fold our hands in Anjali Mudra, heart-centered, lower the head to the fingertips. Just be conscious of letting it go. This is your time, your opportunity to de-stress with this flow. Take a moment and set your own personal and meaningful intention of your practice. Honor this intention with your breath and your efforts. Gently open the eyes, look up, and just let it flow, guys. As we come to the edge of the mat in Tadasana, we're going to awaken the arches and spread those toes. Come into a little Parshva Tadasana, a little spinal twist. So we're going to take the right hand outside the left hip and we're gazing over the left shoulder. Beautiful. And the left hand is outside the right hip. And we're just gazing over the left shoulder, but rooting into the ground with the feet. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. Beautiful. Face forward. Take the left hand outside the right hip, right hand outside the left hip, but try to keep those hips square as we gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, draw length. Exhale, gaze over the back shoulder. Gently release. Inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Come into a little dynamic forward fold as we are waking, heel to toe, heel to toe. Beautiful. Inhale, hands to the shins, the thighs, or the ground. Framing the feet, we're going to step back into our Phalakasana and plank. And this is where the hands are under the shoulders. We spread those fingers. Beautiful. Heels over the balls of the feet and draw the belly button to the spine and lightly round the upper back in plank. A little core awakening. We're going to, on the exhale, draw the right knee to the tricep or to the elbow. Step back. On the exhale, draw the left knee to the right tricep. Inhale, come into plank. Draw the right knee to the left elbow and tricep. Come back to plank. Draw the left knee to the tricep and elbow. Step back into plank, and we're going to stay here several breaths. Again, press into the palms, draw length in the spine, core awakening. Gently lower to the knees. Come into tabletop here. Abducting the right arm to hip level, to shoulder level. We're going to thread the right arm underneath here and rest the right ear to the ground. So we have a little bit of a shoulder opener, a little bit of a twist. And now we're going to extend this left foot. We're either going to draw that left arm up, and we're kind of trying to square those hips, or we're going to take the left arm up for a spinal twist, eventually left arm come inside the right hip, and maybe we adjust our head a little bit as we gaze over the left shoulder, so come more onto the back of the head, and we'll stay here several breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, coming into this beautiful spinal twist. Gently release. Come back into tabletop here. Beautiful. On the inhale, abduct that left arm, shoulder height. On the exhale, we are threading that needle, resting the left shoulder to the ground, resting the left ear to the ground, coming into this shoulder opener. Extend that right leg now, press through the outer edge of the right foot. Beautiful. Preparing for our practice, so we're in kind of a gate pose. If we can, we're going to draw that right arm up for stability, come onto the fingertips. Or we're going to draw that right arm up for a spinal twist. Eventually taking that right arm outside, or kind of inside, I want to say, the left thigh here, and gaze over the right shoulder, eventually coming onto kind of the back of the head here. Stay here several breaths. Let everything go. Truly be present. Gently release. Come back into tabletop. Beautiful job, guys. Walk the hands forward a few inches. Lead with those hips. Come into down dog. Let's do a cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Press through those palms. Draw length in the spine and firm those thighs. Preparing for a different transition, draw the feet together in down dog. We're going to inhale, releve. Exhale, heels to the ground. Inhale, releve. Exhale, heels to the ground. Inhale, releve. Exhale, heels to the ground. We're going to inhale. We're going to draw that left leg up in a one-legged down dog. Exhale, we're going to draw the left knee to the chest, to the nose. Place the left foot next to the left hand. Lower the right knee to the ground. 1 to 2 dynamics. And we're going to inhale, draw those arms up. Beautiful low lunge. Press to the top of the back foot. Draw length in the spine. And simply breathe into this right hip. From here, we're going to come into a little open arm twist. So we're rotating to the left, draw length in the spine, and extend those arms from the heart center. Coming into a little spinal twist, low lunge. Stay here several breaths. Draw both arms up. Beautiful low lunge. Frame the foot. Connect to runner's pose here. Firm that left hip. Draw that right quadricep to the bone. Beautiful runner's pose. Press through the feet. Come back into down dog here. A little dynamic, regular down dog. Beautiful. Heel and toe. Draw both feet together on this transition. Same thing, heel pumps. Inhale, releve up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, releve up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, releve. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, draw that right leg up, one-legged down dog. On the exhale, draw the right knee to the chest, to the nose. Place the right foot next to the right hand. Lower the left knee to the ground. 1 to 2 dynamics and beautiful low lunge Anjaneyasana. Root through the 4 corners of the right foot. Draw length in the spine. And again, breathe into the left hip. Coming into an open arm twist. Rotate kind of to the right here. Extend the arms from the center of the chest. Come into this beautiful low lunge, but add that variation of the spinal twist. Inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Runner's pose. Firm that right hip. Beautiful. Back leg is straight and strong. Pressing the hands into the ground. Come back into down dog here. Widen those heels in down dog. Feel those inner thighs spiraling back. And we're going to walk the feet forward, transition. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come into forward fold. Take the tops of the hands, press them into the ground, and just kind of rock side to side, just awakening those wrists. Beautiful. Draw the fingers towards one another and rock side to side. And draw now the fingers away from each other and still kind of rocking side to side. A little wrist relief. Gently bend the knees. We're going to open the chest, open the heart, swan dive up. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful. Facing the front here. If you want to take a block to help you come into our malasana, you can do that, our prayer squat. If you want to take the block out. We're going to take the feet a little wider than hip width apart. Rotate those heels in, toes coming out, and we're going to add a little spinal twist in this beautiful hip opener. Inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, come into malasana. If you want to use that block as a prop, you can. Try not to have those shoulders rotate forward. Draw those elbows on the inside of the knees, but yet draw length in the spine. It's okay to close those eyes as we stay here, rooting into the ground, but drawing length in the spine. Feel those hips open and breathe into any stiffness, any pain. Draw that left hand down and that right arm up. Grow the pose. Beautiful. Little spinal twist. Come back to center. Draw those elbows on the inside. Draw length in the spine. Draw that right hand down and that left arm up. Grow the pose. Gaze up. Let it go. Come back to prayer. Root into the ground. We're going to inhale, root and rise. Heel and toe together. Cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. We're going to take the blocks. If you have the blocks, it's optional if you don't have it, but I like to use the blocks sometimes and just give myself a little bit of a leverage, almost a little bit of a lift on my down dogs and my up dogs. We're going to take the heel of the hand on the blocks, and it's always optional in vinyasa, on the vinyasa. If you want to stay in the down dog, you can stay in the down dog, or you can add to it. Heel of the hands on the blocks. We're going to come up into our beautiful down dog. Press through those palms, lengthen the spine, tailbone back and down, and then pubis bone back and up. We're going to transition into plank if we can. Hands on the blocks here. Modification, we can lower the knees to a partial chaturanga, or we can draw the sternum forward. Notice my shoulders in line with those elbows. Elbows close to the side. Inhale, transition. We're going to press through the tops of the feet, up dog. Draw the pelvis forward. Broaden the collarbone. Collarbones, gaze up. Active, strong legs. Exhale, come into beautiful down dog. Heel of the hands on the blocks. Let's do a cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. I'm going to take the right hand on the block and move it to the center just a bit. Press through that right hand into the block here. Heel of the hand still on the block. Drawing that left arm up. Spinal twist. My shoulders are stacked over one another. If I can, I'm going to take that left hand kind of inside the right hip here, the thigh here, and gaze over that left shoulder. I'm kind of more on the ball of that left foot, gazing over the left shoulder. Stay here several breaths. Letting it go. Gently release. Reset, come back into our down dog. Drawing the left block into the center. Drawing that right arm up into down dog. A little spinal twist here. If we can, take that right hand inside here of the left thigh here, and then gaze over that right shoulder. Spinal twist, beautiful. Gently release. Let's reset the blocks a little bit. Come into our down dog. Adjust, tailbone back and down, pubis bone back and up. Walk the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Tailbone out and back. Exhale, come into deep forward fold. Maybe walk those hands back just a bit, but come more to that midfoot. Gently bend the knees, open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful. Taking the blocks and kind of keeping them off to the sides here a little bit. We might use them in a bit. We're going to add on to this flow. Rooting through the four corners of the feet. Let's do a little cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Rooting into the ground. We're going to inhale, draw those arms up. Let's take the thumb and index finger together and almost point and look up. And then add a little bit of a back bend. So we're going to open the chest and open the heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're going to swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift to the shins, the thighs, or the ground. We're going to frame the feet here, and we're stepping back into a runner's pose. Beautiful. We're going to come up on the fingertips here of the right hand, and we're coming into a little mid-thoracic rotation here. Beautiful. It's good for the upper back. Come onto the pinky toe of the back leg. And from here, we're going to work on this little strength transition. We're going to inhale and come up into a little spinal twist here. Good. Inhale, draw those arms up, crescent moon. Now exhale, come back into spinal twist in the crescent moon. Inhale, come up. Exhale, spinal twist. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, extend those arms from the center of the chest. Hand to the ground. Let's press through that right palm this time and lower the right knee to the ground. And can we clasp this back foot and draw the heel towards the buttocks? And I try to keep that left knee not from flailing out here too. But here we are, feel the stretch in the right quadricep. Gently release, hands either side. Adjust here in Ardha Manasana. Press through the heel, sternum and chest come forward, half splits. This is the journey. And again, I always tell you, a lot of us are going to struggle with the splits, but the journey is more important than the end. We're going to simply just do the best that we can, honoring where we are and knowing the process is more important than the pose. Some of us are going to take the blocks to help us here, navigate here. And we're going to allow that left heel to come forward. We're trying to keep the hips square. And eventually, right, trying to keep those hips square. Eventually, because I've practiced and have a natural sense of flexibility, I can come into my Anumanasana, my splits. But I want to firm that left hip back, right hip forward. Beautiful. Doing the best that we can. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to stay here a while. For those of you that might be able to get into the splits, maybe we're going to draw those arms up. Lengthen the spine. Gaze up. Gently release. I'm going to move the blocks to the side here. Pressing through those palms, I'm going to come up on the ball of the back foot, and I'm going to mindfully transition as I draw that heel back. Come into my beautiful down dog. Bicycle it out, heel and toe, heel and toe. Come into down dog, beautiful. Breathe into the entire back body. Transition, we're going to walk the hands and feet towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive up. Open the chest and open the heart. Exhale, heart center. Beautiful. Coming to the edge of the mat this way. Beautiful. Let's do a cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, we're going to draw those arms up. I like to take my thumb and index finger together a little bit. Sometimes look up and add a little bit of a back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're going to swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Framing the feet, we're going to step that left leg back. So we're in a little runner's pose here. We're going to draw that left hand in just a few inches onto the fingertips and come into that little mid thoracic rotation here. Beautiful. So we're going to kind of come onto the pinky toe of the back leg. Coming into a little strength, we're going to root into the ground and come into this little spinal twist, high crescent. Inhale, come into crescent moon, both arms up. Exhale, come into the spinal twist. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, spinal twist. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, a spinal twist. Lowering the left hand to the ground, little mid-thoracic, and then pressing the palm into the ground, lowering the knee to the ground. Can we clasp that back foot and draw the heel towards the buttocks? Gently release. Hands either side. I'm coming onto the fingertips. We're going to press through that right heel. We're going to draw length in the spine, trying to keep the chest, right, coming forward, length in the spine. But as we root through the right heel, we awaken those hamstrings. Beautiful. This is where some of us are going to trust the process. We're going to do the best that we can. And we're going to allow that right heel to come forward wherever we are. And some of us simply right here, breathing into the hamstrings, trusting the process. Again, I've practiced for a long time, have some natural flexibility. And I'm going to square my right hip back, left hip forward. We're going to stay here a while, maybe even close those eyes, truly let everything go. Some of us might draw those arms up. Spinal length, beautiful. Gently release. Come onto the ball of the back foot. We're going to draw that right leg back. Draw that right heel back. Move the blocks. Come into a little down dog. Tailbone back and down, pubis bone back and up. Firm those thighs. Stay here several breaths. Transition. We're going to come into our plank Phalakasana. A little core engagement again. Gently lower. We're going to come onto our stomachs here. And I worked on this pose yesterday. A little bit different pose. We're going to come into Cobra, but we're going to come this time our feet. This is a variation of Cobra. It has a little twist to it. So we're going to come onto the balls of the feet, and our feet are about kind of the width edge of the mat here. We're going to draw the hands a couple inches below the chest here. And we're going to press through those palms, keep the elbows close to the sides, press through the balls of the feet. We're going to inhale, draw, use the back to draw the chest up here. Beautiful. And we're going to gaze over the right shoulder now and look at the left heel. So we're just adding a little spinal twist in the spinal extension. Gently release. So we're adding again. Gently release. Come on to rest the head. We're adding a spinal twist into the spinal extension here in Cobra. So again, we're pressing through the balls of the feet. Hands a couple inches below the chest here. Press through those palms. We're going to inhale and rise. Inhale and rise. Inhale and rise. Inhale and rise. And now we're gazing over the left shoulder, gazing at that right heel. Beautiful. Gently release. So good for the spine. Resting on that forehead, let's come into transition. Let's come into a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touching, widen the knees. Walk those palms forward. Send those hips back. Come into a wide-legged child's pose. Draw length in the spine. Let everything go. Stay here several more breaths. Gently come out. As I'll face you, and we'll do this together. Ardha Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fishes. We're going to gently bend the legs, draw the heels in just a bit. We're going to take the right heel outside of the left hip, and we're going to draw the left foot outside of the knee here, side of the right knee. Beautiful. And let's actually take this left foot and almost kind of point it just a bit. Beautiful. Let's take the right hand come onto the fingertips. Let's draw that left arm up. And let's take the left elbow kind of inside here. And we almost take, beautiful, this left knee and almost press it into the elbow. But we're going to gaze now over the right shoulder in half Lord of the Fishes. Some of us may take the left hand and almost kind of extend it. Good. Continue to gaze over the right shoulder. Beautiful twist. Stay here 2 more breaths. Gently release. Come back center. I love it. And we're going to draw the left foot outside of the right hip. And we're going to draw the right foot outside of the left knee. Beautiful. Fingertips behind. Let's inhale, draw length, right arm up. Draw the right elbow outside the right knee. This is where we're going to draw length. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gaze over the back shoulder. We might even extend that right arm. And we might draw the right knee kind of inside of that right arm just to increase the twist. Continue to gaze over the back shoulder. Several breaths. Beautiful twist. Inhale, come back center. Beautiful. Half Lord of the Fishes. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Coming into a little seated forward fold. And again, we root through the sitting bones. We draw length in the spine, trying to rotate this pelvis forward. Some of us, we're going to use a strap to help us stretch out those hamstrings as we come forward. And some of us are flexible enough, we're going to take the block and add length to it. I actually do two blocks. Okay, we're going to inhale, draw length. Exhale, come forward. Beautiful. We're going to stay here 1 more minute. Nice long hold. Inhale and rise. Beautiful. Preparing for our Shavasana. We're going to let everything go here. Maybe reach out one more time with the arms and legs. Neutralize the spine. One last stretch. And just let everything go as we come into our Shavasana. You deserve this nice regeneration. Relax the palms, relax the feet. Sometimes kind of come up on the shoulders. Truly let everything go. That was really the theme. Let everything go. We want to choose to be the light. And the light recognizes the light in others, which is truly the gift of Namaste. You're going to stay here and hold this regeneration as long as you want. Get yourself comfortable whenever you want to come out of this, but I suggest holding this for a while.